Karens who truly get what they deserve. You love to see it. And today, once again, we'll be exploring the most viral Karen clips on the internet and the context behind each one of them. So let's dive in. Today we are delving into the chaotic rant of Cassandra Maxwell, a mother who had a full-blown meltdown in her car after receiving a no trespassing order from her children's elementary school. Buckle up, folks. This ride is going to be intense. We'll discuss what the incident was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's get into it.
I went back after I found the no trespassing order that I got from the school. You want to hear something? I'm suing the elementary school. I'm suing Roseau County School. I'm shutting that whole entire school. Amy McGuire, principal, Roseau Elementary School. Guess what, Amy? You're never going to be able to work in elementary ever again when I'm done with you.
As Cassandra kicks off her video, it's clear she's reached her boiling point. She's serving up a hot plate of legal threats against the school and its principal, Amy McGuire. Unfortunately, turning a no trespassing order into a social media rant is not exactly the most effective or sensible way to handle the situation.
You want to say that you're a principal to kids? I just broke my bracelet. That's how angry I am. You want to lie? Miss McGuire! Do you want to lie? Do you?
Honestly, the foam and the spit on her face make everything so much worse. I apologize to anyone who's decided to eat while watching this video. It's not a pleasant sight. It's important to mention that while expressing our emotions is essential, maintaining respect and dignity in our communications can potentially lead to a better outcome, which Cassandra is clearly not grasping. Maybe take it easy on the jewelry during your rants. You wouldn't want another casualty besides that poor bracelet.
Let's look at this no trespassing order. Why do I? Not checking in at elementary office of noticing us of your visits in advance. That wasn't the agreement! Now was it? You mother psychopathic principal! Was it the agreement? No, because I didn't make the agreement with you, you.
As we dive deeper, we're finding ourselves in a tornado of rage, spit, and F-bombs. Cassandra, despite your colorful language, we do sympathize with the parental frustration. However, the school has its procedures, and a breakdown on social media ain't gonna solve much. Let's keep in mind, guys, the school staff are people too, and being called a bitch probably wasn't on Principal McGuire's bingo card for the day.
I didn't make the agreement with you when I called the school. When I got the okay. They told me all you have to do is come to the office and sign in. And guess what, you I signed in every time. You want to know why? Because I am never did enough not to. Because of Ren. You psycho. You! Those are my children! Not remaining in lunchroom commons or the space in the office. Oh, excuse me, you busted again! Aren't you? Aren't you, that wasn't agreed upon in certain places. At all! At all! At all! And I went back to the police station. I did! And they said, oh, you were outside for a little bit with Jaylee. And I said, guess what? My daughter begged me to watch her. So I asked if that was okay. And they said, oh, sure. Just come outside and watch her. And then they said, you've been out here a little bit too long. You should probably leave. That is what they did.
Now, Cassandra's anger escalates as she disputes the reasons behind the trespassing order. She vehemently insists that she followed the rules set by the school for her visits. It's clear she feels wronged, but the language and tone being used are highly inappropriate and do not foster a constructive dialogue. She continues to vehemently disagree with the allegations brought against her, expressing her frustration over perceived mixed messages about where she was allowed during her visits. Apparently, Cassandra's visit was supposed to be supervised and confined to certain areas, but like a rebellious teenager, she decided to wander off the beaten path. She had a right to visit her child, but again, rules are rules. Can't help but feel the simple solution here was just to, I don't know, follow them? Evidently, she feels that her actions were in the best interest of her child, which might be a valid point, but is lost amidst the profanity and aggression.
Jaylee begged me to watch her play! begged! That is the best interest of the child to let me watch her play because she begged. You school! School! And then recording and publicly posting videos while in the building and on school property. Here's another lesson for you. Here's another lesson. Nobody dare talk to me about posting videos. Publicly or not publicly. Ever!
As she addresses the claim about her recording and publicly posting videos, she argues that she was never informed about such restrictions. While it's critical to uphold privacy laws, especially in a school setting, it's also essential for any institution to clearly communicate its rules, unless she's lying and just trying to get sympathy points.
I'm not enough to post videos of other people's kids. I posted pictures, and I got a video of me and Owen in the principal's office where he is doing an art class because he wanted to. So guess what? Roseau County School! I'm coming for your ass. I'm suing the out of you.
The intensity increases as Cassandra announces her intent to sue Roseau County itself. Perceived injustices can lead to feelings of frustration and powerlessness, which is what Cassandra is feeling right now.
Suing you, big, for serving this to me in front of my son!
And then the plot thickens. Cassandra is now visibly emotional, recounting the experience of receiving the order in front of her son. It's clear she feels humiliated and violated by the manner in which the order was delivered.
When my son was looking at me like, Mom, what's happening? Mom, what's happening? He was panicking because there was a sheriff there! A sheriff put his hands on me in front of my baby! In front of him! Man! In front of him! Who the do you think you are, Amy McGuire? You're done in education! Done! Done! You don't have the right to be a public person for children! You allowed me and my son to be abused in front of other children! Other babies! And then to have a sheriff put his hands on me in a school with kids.
Approaching the end of this video, Cassandra shows signs of mental exhaustion and desperation. While it's difficult to ascertain the reality of the situation based solely on this video, it's clear that she's in a highly emotional state and feels persecuted.
Sheriff! Roseau County, guess what? You're being investigated! And I'm suing you too! For what you did! For what you did to show me the order of protection that literally says denied. Says denied! And where it says Wren requests a hearing, you retard. You are a sheriff! Serve it to me in front of babies. You guys deserve to have your ass beat. Raina, here's the deal, you piece of get the off of my Facebook. Yeah, I am a little bit crazy. It's my babies, you piece of And then we have Melissa's piece of disgusting partner like the video and say haha when he literally got in my face and was threatening to me. Do you want to see how psycho I am about kids? You just saw how much I will protect the out of my kids and every single kid on the planet. I am psycho about the protection of children. psycho about it while you let my ex-husband abuse me and my babies. Who the do you think you are, Roseau County Public School and the Sheriff's Department? Who the do you think you are? You're about to get mother energetically punched. You better take a step back, Roseau Elementary, because I'm taking you down big!
Now let's delve a bit deeper into the background of this story. The incident captured here is just a snapshot of what appears to be a larger issue. The school, upon viewing this live stream, understandably raised safety concerns and even went into lockdown. It's crucial to consider how our public actions can affect not just us, but also others around us. Cassandra has a history of run-ins with the law.
I am not stopping for this fake cop. I'm at mile marker 348. This is not a real police officer behind me. It is a fake one. I'm not getting kidnapped or human trafficked or murdered. Oh no, you guys, I'm gonna die. They're gonna kill me. I literally just thought I was gonna be kidnapped. I didn't mean to frighten you guys or scare you guys. I'm literally just freaking out in my car. Like, please do not shoot me. Please don't kill me, please. I literally am really.
This does paint the situation in a different light, hinting that there might be ongoing issues contributing to this extreme emotional reaction. This incident has sparked widespread attention online, with Cassandra becoming somewhat of a spectacle. She later appeared on Dr. Phil, where she reiterated her anger towards the school principal. Yet it's worth noting that the information provided in the police reports suggests a more complex narrative, including the claim that she has been disruptive on the school premises previously. After some digging, it was discovered that Cassandra suffers from a severe bipolar disorder, which was untreated at the time of this incident. If true, this could shed some light on her behavior, reminding us that mental health can have a significant impact on one's actions. To conclude, while Cassandra's outburst was shocking and inappropriate, it's important to remember that we are only seeing a fraction of the full story. This situation underlines the importance of clear communication, mental health awareness, and appropriate response mechanisms for conflicts in public spaces like schools. Hold on to your seats as we delve into a distressing incident that unfolded aboard a JetBlue flight, leaving everyone in shock. Ryan Anthony Brewer has made himself famous after a recording of him going on a racist tirade filled with offensive slurs and aggressive behavior surfaced on the internet. But as we delve deeper into the incident, we'll also shed light on Ryan's troubled background, uncovering a complex series of events that led to this explosive confrontation.
Nobody. Take your get the out of my seat! Oh, he's gone. Oh, he needs to go. Kick the off the plane!
Sir, please you need to stop. There are children. Please stop. Stop. Hey, that's not necessary.
Take your stuff and get out of my seat, please.
We will take care of it,
Thank you.
but I need you to stop yelling.
She beat me in the stomach. Why are you in my face?
I'm asking you to stop
Have
yelling.
I committed any type of violence since I've been on the plane?
You're
No.
yelling.
Our story begins as JetBlue Flight 1760 sits on the runway at Norman Manley International Airport in Kingston. Ryan Brewer, a middle-aged white man wearing a Burger King crown, unleashes a barrage of racial slurs just moments after boarding the flight, claiming the right to use offensive language due to his perceived West African heritage.
And
So
you're causing
what?
a scene. Yes, sir. That's
She beat me in the
disrespectful.
stomach!
I don't care what she did. You're being
Thank you.
disrespectful.
Somebody get
Shut
this
the
on
up
camera.
for 2 seconds.
I want a lawsuit! I want a lawsuit right now, mother!
As the tension rises, Ryan's behavior escalates, directing his slurs at fellow passengers and engaging in aggressive confrontations with flight attendants. In the midst of the commotion, Ryan is seen loudly and rudely demanding someone to vacate his seat. Flight attendants attempt to defuse the situation, urging Ryan to stop, particularly due to the presence of children on board.
Call the police right now! I know you saw it! She beat me in the stomach! Good!
We're going to contact them.
Thank you.
You need to... Here, can you
This
stand
is
up?
my seat!
Can you stand up?
Where is 25A? Where is 25A?
Sir, it's right here.
Why did she just knee me in the stomach?
Because you deserve it.
Yes, she did!
Brewer claims that the chaos erupted due to an alleged physical altercation with a woman who he believed hit him in the stomach.
Excuse me, I'm part West African.
You deserve
I can
it.
say anytime I want.
It's okay.
Bye! You need me in the stomach. I want to press charges.
Nobody.
Take your
Can't show this, but punches were thrown. The situation accelerated to the extreme, and flight attendants were trying their best to keep the situation under control.
doing this. You just assaulted me. Police! Go down!
No.
Is that only white man on the plane though?
This ain't all I want. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Clearly, I just did.
Loser! I know it's there more people.
Clearly, you have no authority, especially while a mother attacking me. You need to yes, this mother is okay. You and your job. Whitey? You would, huh?
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't be able to reach fat.
Fat
She just threatened violence. That's a felony. Assault. Felony. Threat and assault. 2 felonies. Bye. 2 felonies. Bye. Who's next, mother? No, I'm not.
Kingston police intervene, eventually removing Ryan from the flight in handcuffs to the applause of fellow passengers. JetBlue, acknowledging the severity of the incident, takes immediate action by banning Ryan Brewer from riding with the airline, and rightfully so. However, the story does not end there. Reports emerge about Brewer's mental health struggles and a possible triggering of a psychotic episode. The Jamaican news outlet, The Den News, reads, "Family of Ryan Anthony Brewer made contact with Jamaican authorities shortly after the incident, noting that he suffered from mental illness. One family member believes that the events which transpired in Jamaica may have triggered a psychotic episode, adding that Brewer is diagnosed with schizophrenia. We uncover the backstory of Ryan Brewer, revealing a troubled individual with a shattered dream of marrying a Jamaican woman. According to Brewer, he arrived in Jamaica with excitement and plans to marry a woman he met on Facebook. Jamaican news article The Den News read, Brewer revealed that he had arrived in Jamaica on September 12th, full of happiness and joy in anticipation that he would be tying the knot with a local woman. A woman who was waiting in the airport lounge and overheard the conversation told The Den that a clearly distraught Brewer kept shouting that he was heartbroken. According to the woman, Brewer told security personnel that after arriving on the island and meeting up with the woman, who he revealed he had met on Facebook, she allegedly fleeced him out of $1,000. She told me that she was going to use the money to make wedding preparations, Brewer is heard telling the security officer. Brewer said that after giving the woman the funds, she took off never to be seen again and refused to answer his Facebook messages. $1,000 which he saved is apparently his disability money. Financial difficulties left Brewer sleeping on the beach for several nights, doing anything he could to effectively survive, like trying to find enough money to buy food, hence his Burger King paper crown. The combination of heartbreak, financial hardship, and the sight of a woman resembling his lost love triggered Brewer's explosive outburst on the flight. The article reads, he said things further took a toll for the worse when he arrived at his seat and saw a woman who resembled the woman he was intending to marry. Brewer said he lost his cool. Additionally, Brewer said he felt ashamed and embarrassed that he was going home single after having left the United States, announcing that he was going to marry a Jamaican princess. Also, not to add salt to the wound, but chances are, no such woman ever actually existed. It's a rather common way to exploit lonely people out of their finances. That, in addition to Ryan's mental issues, and you have a recipe for disaster. Therefore, it's not out of the question that the person Ryan was going to marry simply never existed. But we can't say for sure either because there's no more information about it. Of course, the JetBlue flight incident is inexcusable. However, delving into the underlying factors allows us to gain a broader perspective. While Brewer's actions cannot be justified, understanding the complexities surrounding the incident serves as a reminder that behind every confrontation lays a human story. After doing some digging, another flight incident, this time with American flights, took place not too long after the initial incident. Again with a paper Burger King crown and the same racist tirade.
Me? For no reason. He called me the N-word.
Hold on. Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all heard him.
Lord have
Excuse me.
I'm talking to you? You asked me what I said when I was speaking to myself. Bye-bye.
You're not joining in, car?
Was I talking to him?
You're not supposed to use that word in general.
Don't say it then.
You don't say it, the fuck?
I'm going to say whatever I want. It's called freedom of speech.
Not in this country. Not in this.
Well, in Jamaica, it's called freedom of
We'll
expression.
see, sir.
Excuse me where you swing braids, please.
Okay.
You swing your braids all over. It's got COVID all over it. Don't swing your braids on me.
Okay.
Please don't swing your COVID all over me.
Not even moving.
Don't swing your COVID on me, okay?
I'm sitting right here.
Don't swing your COVID on me.
Okay, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Relax, we're gonna deal with it, alright?
Sort of thing.
Like him ready to bomb up the place or something. Grab your back, please. I hope you're not leaving nothing, you know. That's up. Yeah, make sure he didn't leave anything because he was asking for lighter and emergency exit.
Like him up a bomb, he won't come.
Yeah, like him have a plan.
And yet again, Ryan Brewer is left stranded in Jamaica. Some have speculated that this was intentional due to him being embarrassed about coming back, but it's a pretty far stretch. Now I want to take a step back from all the flight incidents and take a closer look at Ryan Anthony Brewer as a person. Over the next few months after the flight incidents, a few people discovered his YouTube channel, and upon seeing his videos, you can clearly see that he has clear mental issues. Let me show you what I mean.
Look, my halo. Whoever's watching this, forget about it.
Did you read my letters? As soon as I asked that question, you said, yes, you did. You said, yes, I did. I don't know if it was you or not, though. It was a girl's voice.
I'm a billionaire, and I hear voices. So, I don't really like this camera, and I want to make an introduction first, but I don't really like this camera. Hi, Sam. This is a YouTube channel. I think it's going to be a YouTube channel for my daughter. Because nature says that's the only way I can make it.
In one of his videos uploaded 5 years ago, way before the flight incidents took place, he mentions your mom called me at the mental hospital, which firstly insinuates that the video is directed towards a person, probably someone in his family, and secondly, it lets us know that he's been battling mental issues for quite some time, if not all of his life.
I don't know if you did it or your mom did it, but your mom called me at the mental hospital, so I know that some of letters got open, and she said that you read the first ones.
Honestly, it's not easy to make out what he's saying, but most of these videos consist of him smoking what appears to be tobacco and talking to the camera about his life, or using the video as a letter to someone he knows. At one point in this video, he compares himself to a character of Game of Thrones.
There's this guy, dude, Samantha, they broke me down and rebuilt me. There's this guy on Game of Thrones show, I don't know if you watch that Game of Thrones, his name's Rekt. And like, seriously, my situation I think it's comparable to that goddamn story. Dude, the guy just he went through hell.
I want to point something out. Ryan has been called out for his subscription list, which contained a bunch of questionable YouTube channels. At first glance, of course, it looks pretty bad, and people weren't holding back to point that out. What's going on with that playlist and those subscriptions, big guy? Why are you subscribed to a bunch of kids' channels? Unfortunately, that alone is enough for some folks to jump to the conclusion that Ryan in the end is just some creepy old guy with malicious intent. But we shouldn't strip ourselves of common sense. It's not that rare for parents or grandparents to let their kids use their Google or YouTube accounts to browse the internet or YouTube. This inherently means that the watch history, any subscription lists, recommendations, etc., can be altered in accordance with what the person in question was watching. Additionally, it's been mentioned by a few people that Ryan has a daughter. Those same comments read, "This is originally his daughter's channel, and his daughter uses it." Odd how people look at his subscriptions but couldn't even click slightly on his About page to see his daughter has control of it. And that would explain the supposedly questionable subscription list. There are a lot of speculations to what happened to him. One video made about him actually stated that he died in his home, but once questioned for evidence or proof, there was no response from the video creator.
When he had felt like he could conquer anything. In the end, Ryan died alone in his house, surrounded by Burger King wrappers and empty bottles. His life had been filled with sadness and disappointment.
Is this true? How did he die? I can't find info on this. Is he actually dead? Since his last upload 4 years ago, there hasn't been much information as to what happened to him. This comment on one of his videos says, he is lost in Jamaica, or probably safe in the US. Therefore, it's not a stretch to say that from everything we've gathered so far, chances are his family brought him back to the USA, or at least US Embassy offered him another flight from Jamaica, and he's leading a humble life with one of his relatives. The incident involving Ryan Brewer aboard the JetBlue flight is deeply disturbing and inexcusable. However, as I've previously mentioned, delving into the underlying factors allows us to gain a broader perspective. In the end, we must address the issues of racism and mental health, striving to create a society that fosters empathy and understanding. By exploring these stories, we can ignite discussions and find constructive solutions to prevent such incidents from happening in the future. Today we delve into another rather well-known matter surfacing on the internet. Have you seen this face before? This is Jean E. Moore, New York City's most beloved Karen we all know and love. As always, I did my due diligence researching this woman and her interactions with the public in order to shed light on such behavior as it impacts people in their daily lives. Be warned, after this video, you're going to pass skateboarding as a hobby. As I've already mentioned, our subject today is an anesthesiologist named Jean E. Moore, originally from Minnesota, who moved to New York City. Now, while doctors are typically revered for their dedication and service, Moore seems to be attracting attention for all the wrong reasons. So here's the deal. A couple of videos have been popping up online where Moore is seen harassing skateboarders in New York City. Yes, you heard that right. An anesthesiologist, someone who should be saving lives, is instead making it her mission to ruin the fun of skaters, going as far as physically touching them, which underlines clear harassment.
Oh my lord, this is nuts. Karen in the wild. Look at her go. Oh, that's assault, Karen.
That's assault right there. That's assault.
Oh, greetings. So,
nothing else to do with your day?
Can I ask what it is to you? Like, why do you feel like it's important to infringe on their rights, Karen? This is nuts. This is, man.
Now, there's a lot to unpack here. Her behavior is not just an annoyance, it's an invasion of their space and their rights. Everyone deserves the right to use public spaces without fear of harassment or unwarranted confrontation.
Karen is really out here wildin'. Karen is wildin'. Woo! This is hilarious, is what it is.
This is what people are up to these days. Literally, there's nothing better to do.
Yeah, so I don't understand why you're here though. Can you just voice your concern and we can talk about it like logical human beings?
I didn't even say anything to her. I just said mind our business and that was it.
So are you afraid of the COVID? Is that what it is? Or you just don't want them skating in your neighborhood? Are we bringing property value down? What's this?
Oh!
A silent Karen in the wild. She stalks her prey.
The skateboarders are pretty calm in this case, but it's only a matter of time until she messes with someone who's not playing around and is actually going to do something violent. All fun and games until she catches a skateboard to her face. At the end, she looks satisfied but doesn't realize he lost his board because he was trying to avoid hurting her. She feels triumphant for overcoming basic human empathy and decency. Moving on to another more distressing incident that occurred. This video recording features Moore behaving in a racially offensive manner, using anti-Asian slurs, and shockingly, attempting to lure an unleashed dog onto the street. Now, while we can all agree that dogs should be leashed for their safety and the safety of others, using this as a guise to instigate a potentially life-threatening situation for the dog, well, that's not just harmful, it's downright malicious.
Louder. Y'all got Alicia?
in the city? Really? Really? Okay, we'll wait for the police to clear it up.
Yeah, go call them. Karen,
Calling them?
please,
Call
Karen,
them.
call them. Karen, get your phone now and call the police.
I'm just waiting for him to come by.
And which country should I go back to, Karen? Huh? Say it. Now you cat got your tongue?
Cat got my tongue?
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah.
Edit it out. Go ahead, edit.
Edit what out?
Come on, puppy!
What about no?
Come on! Come on!
You know, that's incredible. I'm just passing by, and you're actually trying to instigate a dog to go in the middle of a highway? What kind of problem do you have, lady?
Like, seriously, put it out there. Put it out there that you can walk around without your dog on a leash.
You know what? Put it out there that you can insult someone of Asian descent, and then also try and instigate a dog to go in the middle of the street because you're on principle for whatever reason. Why don't you go back where you came from? Who are you? Leave these people alone.
They don't want to go down and find the police at the station. It's right there.
You're wasting tax dollars and police time. I mean,
They don't put a leash
Oh,
in
yeah?
your country?
Oh, yeah? Which country is that? Bola, come here. Bola, come. Bola. Bola. Come here.
Great. You're lovely. Come on, puppy. Come.
What happened? Karen, what happened, Karen?
Moore's actions towards the unleashed dog and its owners are reprehensible and potentially dangerous. This isn't about leash laws. It's about racial bias and weaponizing concern for a pet to mask her racist intent.
Karen, over here.
We're over here.
Over here, Karen. Over here. You just did.
Have them come over.
Have him come over here. Have him come over here, Karen. I'm right here. Have him come over here. Have him come over here. You're harassing them now.
You are going to make the police get out of the car.
You are.
Put it on all over the web, baby. Put it all over the web. Such wonderful people.
Karen, white entitlement was 2020.
Wonderful
All right.
people. Go, baby. Go. You won't talk to the police.
Why do I need to talk to them?
Tell them, ask us to talk to them.
Ask them to talk to us.
Too afraid to go.
Ask them to talk to us.
Why do we need to? You have the issue, not us.
File a complaint.
This video shows Moore criticizing a woman for having an unleashed dog on the grass. She also insults her by saying that she can't read English. This incident reportedly occurred at a park in Battery Park City, a predominantly residential neighborhood of upscale apartments. It was 6:30 a.m. and there were still a few people in the area. Let's have a watch.
Don't yell at me.
I will yell at you.
Keep walking.
What, are you crazy? There's no dog on the grass.
Oh my gosh.
Keep filming. We can be here all day.
You're overreacting,
My
Karen.
dog is not on a leash. And, you can't read English, apparently. Let's go read
Why?
some
Because I'm
signs.
Asian? Are you
No,
racist?
You can't read English.
Are you
Let's go read
racist?
some
Are you
signs.
f***ing racist?
Oh, apparently you don't have to do anything that Americans have to do. Okay, so you can't read.
Why don't you go yell at other
And
people
you
that
know
have
what?
dogs on the
I
grass?
can't understand a word you say. Not speaking English? Because apparently you don't know that you have to have a leash on your dog.
But wait, there's more. In another video recording, Moore was caught displaying her racism yet again. This Asian man was simply showing his friends around Chinatown when they stumbled upon Moore, harassing two black teens who were skateboarding. Her response to his intervention was to resort to racial slurs. The racist slurs Moore uses are deplorable and perpetuate discrimination. It's quite appalling to see someone with such a blatant disregard for basic respect and human decency.
You live here, I live here. I grew up here, my dad grew up here.
Oh my God! You're so great.
Great, yeah.
You're so
Stop
awesome.
bothering people, get a life.
Oh, get a life yourself, you moron.
What are you doing, bothering them?
Like your texting receiving home.
I'm not even doing that.
Oh, God. I'm scared.
You guys good? Get out of here. Stay from here. This is not from this neighborhood. Get the f out of here.
Oh my goodness, I'm scared. Oh, we're going. We're going the same way.
Are you still going to?
Yeah.
But guess what? The saga doesn't end here. In another video post titled, "Woman in Downtown New York City Harassing Us on Our Dog Walk," then goes to police telling them we need to go back to our third world countries, Moore is seen dishing out more racial slurs, asserting that they don't belong in America.
Hey, officers. I need your assistance. I told this guy to go back to his third world country because he's smoking in this park, and smoking is illegal in any city park, and it's also illegal to bring a
After she started following us.
And so that'll let you can smoke in there.
We live here. As soon as she said dogs weren't allowed, we were on our way out.
No,
she started following us. She started following us. Not within 6 feet.
Whoa, back up.
Please. Don't. Your mask is not over your nose. I don't know who you are.
Okay. Listen, I live right here. All right, we're on our way going home.
Seriously.
This he started following us. All right. Relax. You heard the first thing she said when we came down here too, right?
Yeah,
very inappropriate.
And do you understand what's going on right now in the world?
Yeah, I
How
understand what's going
ridiculous
on.
this is?
Listen, so you guys were up there, you were smoking, you put it out, right?
Yeah, put it out.
So,
And guess what? I started smoking after because she wouldn't leave us alone. I said, I'm going to
kept
sit here,
following us?
walk away. I'm going to wait right here, walk away.
There's any signage up there that says she can't smoke.
I don't, it doesn't even matter,
She
all
came
right?
from the door all the way up there. When we entered the other side, yelled at us about the dog. We said, okay, come this way to leave. She starts following us, yelling profanities at us.
Right.
Because what?
As soon as she
Because
said that
I'm
bullshit
Chinese.
about third world country, all
Because
right,
he's
that's when I
Korean.
said, all right, I'm not taking anything.
That's ridiculous.
All right?
You shouldn't. Nobody has the right to harass you and say those things. And I apologize that happens.
And she
Let's read some of the comments on the internet regarding the lady. Feel like we've seen this Karen before. Maybe I'm too New York for this because I would have just kept on going about my day. F this lady. Since her name and doctor's license is out there, is there any way we can report her to the state medical board or something? I don't understand what she gains by doing this sort of thing. She doesn't think people in New York are going to push back, or is that what she wants? The confrontation and attention. Dude is kinder than a lot of other folks, and she's lucky for that. There's more than a few folks who would have likely sent her in for an emergency dental appointment the moment she tried to actually trip them off of their board. These incidents collectively paint a disturbing picture of a woman who appears to be using her privilege and perceived authority to harass and discriminate against others, abusing public spaces, and contributing to an atmosphere of intolerance and hatred. Unfortunately, she hasn't been arrested for her actions and is still supposedly roaming the streets of New York, but a quick Google search of her name suggests that she's probably having a hard time maintaining her medical license. So what's the takeaway from all of this? It's a reminder that we need to hold people accountable for their actions, no matter who they are. We need to continue to call out and confront racism and harassment whenever and wherever we see it. It's also a call to educate ourselves and others about appropriate behavior, empathy, and respect for everyone's rights. Remember, it's not just about avoiding being the next Jeannie Moore. It's about being the person who stands up against her. Let me introduce you to a very nice lady who's just trying to help.
I'm trying to help you, mother.
A lot of us have already had the pleasure of witnessing this clip that's been roaming social media. As some have already pointed out, it's like heaven and hell are taking turns controlling this lady. Alright, let me set the scene for you. This video, recorded by David Distelrath, shows a woman harassing him at a self-checkout in a major store. But this isn't just any confrontation. It's a bizarre mix of obscenities, religious fervor, and just downright craziness. Employees attempt to calm her down, but to no avail. It's also important to mention that before the video recording, she was just randomly walking around harassing people in the store. We'll discuss what the confrontation was about, how it could have been handled better, and the aftermath of the whole situation. So let's dive in.
Of eternity, motherfucker. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do need my help, sir. Can't you see that, you son of a...
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
You, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Wow, this is...
You gotta ask Jesus Christ.
I
We're all
don't have
sinners.
to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not gonna force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, mother. You f***ing accuser. Get the f*** out of here, you f***ing accuser. You mother f***ing accuser. Get the f*** out of here.
The recording starts with the lady hurling obscenities at David, while claiming that she's trying to help him in the name of Jesus. David, understandably confused and frustrated, simply wants to check out his groceries and go home. The lady continues her tirade, and David points out that she's sinning right now, which sets her off even more. At this point, it's clear that this situation is escalating and it's not going to end well. This behavior is not only inappropriate, but also completely counterproductive to any message she's trying to convey.
Wow. You mother f***ing accuser. Accuser of the f***ing brethren, you motherfucker!
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you what's going on?
I'm pissed because he won't respond.
I just want to get some groceries and go home.
Because his religious views don't match yours, you're mad at
I don't give a f*** because it's gonna burn in hell. And you are too. If you don't have Jesus Christ as your Savior, you're gonna be down there with them, screaming in holy terror, fire and brimstone. Do you get it?
Yeah, totally understand. But I can't have you yelling and spewing profanities at other people that are in the store.
As the situation continues, two Miger employees step in and try to defuse the situation. They try to calm the woman down and reason with her, but it quickly becomes clear that she's not interested in listening. Karens by nature refused to back down, so she continued hurling even more obscenities and accusing the employees of various wrongdoings. The employees did their best, but unfortunately the lady refused to cooperate. In situations like these, it's crucial to stay composed and not let emotions get the best of you.
I've been in my position.
Get away from me. You're in my personal space.
You're in my position.
Get out of my personal space. You came over to me, mother. I didn't come over to you.
Move yourself.
You.
Ma'am.
Shut the up. You all better repent.
From her behavior and the way she continues to escalate the situation, it's evident that she has some severe issues. Some people in the comments have speculated that she might have schizophrenia or was experiencing a manic episode. While we can't diagnose her, it's clear that something is very wrong here. David, on the other hand, remains relatively calm and collected throughout the ordeal. He's clearly trying to defuse the situation and just get on with his day.
Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shut the up. Shut your mouth. If you don't have Jesus Christ in your heart, I feel sorry for you. You, I never brushed my teeth. Don't you know that? Don't you know that by now? You. Shut the Nat, get the away from me. You Nat. Get the out of here, I told you. I don't give a You're gonna I don't give a You can lock me up in a prison life without parole, and I'll be better off than any one of you mother. Shut the up.
Eventually, the police arrive and handcuff the lady as people in the store clap. While it's unfortunate that it had to come to this, it's clear that the situation had reached a boiling point and law enforcement needed to step in.
I got like 5 minutes of this.
Especially with the other end too, doing the same thing.
Really? Yeah.
After David released the video, it amassed 3 million views, and another video recorded by the victim surfaced on the internet, showing the same woman going on a racist, anti-Muslim tirade against two brothers in the same store on the same day. The tweet says, "This white lady went on a racist, anti-Muslim tirade against my brother and me at Miger's. Followed us throughout the store. It is 2 a.m. and we just went to get cereal. Shout out to these people who saw this, stood up to this, and called the cops. This is how you use your white privilege."
Could you imagine a man and a woman who are married? And the man...
He's trying to, but she's harassing him.
The guy murders himself and he gets 72 virgins. What does she get out of it? 72 dicks in her mouth? Is that what she gets? Because you get 70 virgins if you're a martyr. Does Jesus use true or not? Does Jesus use that true or not? Does the Quran say that you're going to get 72 virgins if you marry yourself? And you're going to marry You get out of my face. Get the
out of here. Don't spit. I'm getting harassed by this woman because I am a Muslim and I Prophet Muhammad. She's saying that I don't believe in this. She doesn't even know what she's talking about.
Stop harassing. Yo, you get out of my
You realize you're following?
That's my man.
You get out of my face. Get the away from me. Get the
As I've previously mentioned, some speculated that the lady was experiencing an episode. However, one of the victims of her harassment, one of the Muslim brothers from another video, made an important point. Mental illness does not make someone a racist or hateful person. Racism and hate are learned behaviors, not symptoms of mental illness. So while it's essential to acknowledge that she may have mental health issues, it's also crucial to recognize that her actions are still inexcusable and harmful. She followed them, harassed them, and was eventually escorted out in handcuffs. It's rumored that the major managers declined to press charges.
What if you fight? You better get a clue, motherfucker!
I just got harassed by and you think you going to heaven.
Now, unfortunately, this wasn't the first time our beloved Karen has been harassing the members of the public. A few years ago, there was a garbage truck incident posted on YouTube showcasing a garbage dispute between a truck driver and a lady. It was quite a popular video, amassing over 300,000 viewers under its belt. But only years later was it discovered that the lady harassing the driver in the video is the same woman recorded by David and Meyer. That means that she's been going at it for a while. The video recording is over 5 minutes, but I've cut it down ever so slightly to only leave in the most interesting parts. She had scheduled for 4 garage bags to be picked up by a garbage truck. When the truck arrived, they grabbed the 4 bags and left the rest, which was not in the bags. It is my deduction that she saw he had left garbage items and tried to chase down the garbage truck in her car, stopping in front of him and causing him to almost hit her. She proceeded to yell at the garbage man, asking him for his driver's license and getting progressively belligerent to the point where she began doing the chicken dance in the road, rolled in the grass, and began pointing and talking to the sky and referring to Jesus Christ, as well as talking to other people that were not there.
So deep, I can't even help you now. What's your driver's license number?
I don't have to give that to you.
Let me see your driver's license.
You're not a police officer.
You just hit my vehicle.
Ma'am.
Give me your driver's license.
You pulled right out in front of me.
Yeah, and when someone pulls in front of you because there's an emergency, you slow your rear end down and you stop.
Okay, these
Have
are
you
not
ever
cars.
had someone have an emergency?
These are not
and
cars.
pull in front of you?
These are not cars. They don't stop on a dime.
It doesn't matter. You have to be far enough behind.
You know what? I'm going to tell you the whole
You
incident.
should have picked up my trash, big boy.
I picked up your trash.
No, you didn't. You want to go see what you left?
I left the carpeting and the
You were
bag.
supposed to pick up everything.
No, 4 bags.
Yeah.
What you're serving
Oh,
for.
you are in so much
And
deep
last
crap.
week I
Well, you
picked
wait
up
till
more
your
than
boss
this, too.
tells you what you
He's
got to
on
pick
his
up.
way here, too,
You
man.
think you get to decide what you pick up and what
No,
you don't?
it's what you ordered.
You little twerp.
It's what you ordered.
You little twerp. I know what I ordered.
Okay.
And you're going to pay.
Okay.
Yeah, baby. You like your job? You like it?
Yep, I do.
Yeah, well, good luck, because you ain't going to have it. Pass today, baby. You could have really hurt me. You know that? You're in this big vehicle, and you come slamming into my rear end? You could have killed me, man. You are in some big shooter, baby. And are you in trouble?
I'm not, because it's all on video.
Thank God. Thank you, Jesus Christ, for video. Yeah! Someone has an emergency and they pull in front of you, you slow down and you stop, boy.
I tried to slow down.
You didn't try hard enough, baby.
These don't
because
stop
you
on a
slammed
dime.
into the back of me.
These don't stop on
Well,
a dime,
you should
man.
know that. You should have picked
You
up my
didn't give me
trash.
time. You didn't give me time.
You should have done your job, baby.
I picked
but
up
you
all
didn't,
your
and
trash.
after today, you ain't gonna have it.
I picked up all your trash.
Yeah, we'll
Is it
see.
really worth?
We'll
Is
see.
trash
Oh,
really
it's
worth
worth
it?
every penny, baby, because I've been working with you, with your rear end for weeks.
Is it worth getting in an
I told
accident?
you what you were supposed to do. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Oh.
Da, 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 da. You blew it, baby. You should have picked up my trash. That's all you had to do was follow instructions.
I picked
But
up
you
your
couldn't
trash.
handle it.
I picked up your
You
trash.
left some padding and you left some cat litter. And you know what? Now you're going to pay, baby. Let me say this to the universe. And you go to a customer's garbage cans and they got 5 bags, then you charge them for 1 extra. But you got enough common sense ain't got no common sense. I gotta wait. This guy's a, how shall I put it? A pussy?
If you thought this was it, you're severely mistaken. Here in this video, recorded by Darius Gerard at McDonald's, is demanding to get food after seemingly a yelling altercation with another customer. The McDonald's staff refuses to serve her, and she continues screaming.
Hey, walk her down, because I'm about to... Walk her down. Walk her down!
Get the f*** out of here.
Hold 1 second.
I want to get my f***ing order.
No, you're not going to.
Was it left? I told you.
I want my order. I want 2 egg McMuffins and 2 hash browns.
It is unknown if the police were called for this incident, but it's not a stretch to assume that she's been arrested more than once after such public freakouts and outbursts. After doing some digging, we discovered that throughout the years she's been spotted harassing people constantly. Some of the comments regarding this lady read, "She's in another one that I can't seem to find for the life of me," also harassing some poor teenager. Here's another recorded sighting of this woman. Unfortunately, the video is lost for this one. This lady spit at me, my wife, and my child in the parking lot of the same New Haven Miger. Feels good to see her getting up. Really nice listen for sure. Inspiring speech. Thanks to her, I've found my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Clinical social worker here. This woman appears to be suffering from EPS, extrapyramidal symptoms, specifically akathisia, or the constant desire to move. There also appears to be involuntary tongue movements, which are very common of EPS. EPS are caused by long-term use of antipsychotic medication, but can also happen when an antipsychotic medication is changed or increased. Such as to say she's likely attempting to manage a psychotic disorder of some kind. It's been confirmed that she ended up in the ER a few hours ago after a weekend of arrests throughout the area. She obviously needed help, and I'm glad it sounds like she's getting it. Anyhow, that's the story of our Miser Karen. I hope this video enlightened you about the situation. Let me know if you have any other Karen confrontation suggestions you want covered.